Nice houses. Anyone ever play Test Drive Unlimited on PS2? Because Test Drive Unlimited exists on Xbox 360 and PS2. I don't think it exists on PS3 though. And like the game description for the PS2 game is the same description for the Xbox 360 game. In case you were unaware, the two versions are completely different. In case you did not assume this, Test Drive Unlimited on PS2 is not the same game as it is on Xbox 360. I've never actually played the Xbox 360 version, but like the description for it like has about 20 things that do not appear in the PS2 version, so I'm gonna have to assume that it's different. And like Test Drive Unlimited was like, is that like the first racing game MMO ever made? Because it was supposed to be an MMO, but the thing is that it has a single player. I think it's genius because it's a single player game has first. Like its first priority as a game is to be single player. However, it has MMO. I'm flying. It has MMO elements that make it a more flushed out experience. You know, I never played it when it was actually like when the servers were up. I got Test Drive Unlimited 2 for like $13, and when I put it in, it couldn't find the servers, and I'm like, well, but I still played like a fair amount of Test Drive Unlimited 2. I say that and I don't know where that game took place. I know Unlimited 1 takes place on Oahu, and it's like the entire island. And I gotta give the PS2 version credit because it does have the entire Oahu map. I don't know if it's to scale. It's probably not to scale. Maybe it's to scale. But like that got me thinking, like the crew should have been the greatest racing game ever made. And yet, I don't hear anyone ever talking about it. And I feel like if the crew did what Test Drive Unlimited did, which was make it a single player game to begin with, but add in the MMO elements as a kind of secondary thing, just like to enhance the experience. Like they emphasize like the crew, like the entire point of the name The Crew is to be like, hey, get your friends together and race in this game. Like the map is huge. The Crew 2 I think is even bigger. But like what I love about Test Drive Unlimited is that it's a huge the huge game map exists, and yet I'm not forced to be online at all times. I'm not forced to, you know, make friends with some random person that I just met who I don't know what his motivations are. I don't know if he's there to be a griefer, you know, or whatever. Right? You know? Oh dear. Man, I am not catching this guy. I'm not winning this race. I think if I finish second, I get the upgrade point, so I'd probably just have to do the same race again, just with the upgrade. But like, I don't want to do that, is the thing. The thing is, I don't want to do that. I just kind of want to be done with this, because this track is very long. And yet, I cannot keep up with this man. He is, oh, so good. Oh! Alright, well maybe I overreacted to that a little bit. Alright, I'm in the lead. Now I just can't screw up. Ho! I don't have the leeway that I did in the previous race where I could flip pretty much and still win. No, I don't think that is going to be that easy this time. Alright, one lap to settle the score. Just got to keep that accelerator. Just got to keep the hammer down. Hammer down, baby. Hammer down. Anyone remember the movie Over the Hedge? I really liked that movie. When it came out, I really liked that movie. I don't think I've seen it in 10 years. I don't think I've seen that movie in 10 years. You know what we should do? Shit. What we should do is I should find a bunch of people my age, and we should have like a movie night where we just watch movies that we haven't seen for over 10 years and just see how they hold up. Because, like, I heard a lot of people, like, I see on the internet a lot, like, a lot of people were saying, like, Over the Hedge is a garbage movie. I was like, is it? Is it really? It's okay. From what I remember, it, you know, it was fine. Okay, I have to itch my neck, I'm sorry. Itch on my neck, probably a spider just descended from the heavens. That is my ceiling and just probably planted its ass on my fucking shoulder. It's probably what that was, but we're gonna pretend like it isn't. Okay, so suddenly I have a 6-second lead. What happened? I'm incredibly confused. Oh, that jump is a doozy. Alright, so suddenly I have a 6-second lead, so this is not nearly as intense as it was 5 minutes ago. Okay, well, so much for this being dramatic. I was really going to try and focus there at the end, but apparently I'm amazing. 6-second lead. Okay, well, that's good. Well, I'm glad I don't have to do the race again. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad I don't have to do this a second time, but that was kind of unexpected. Well then. Because what other movies have I not seen for like 10 years that I thought were decent? There's probably a bunch of movies that I watched when I was like 10 and like I really enjoyed when it happened, but like I retain absolutely no memory of watching it. Like I could be scrolling through the TV guide and just stumble across you know, the Disney XD and see like a random movie on there and be like, oh, I saw that. I don't remember a second of it, but I saw it. Upgrade level 2, yay! Woo. I'm happy. Are you happy, chat? Type in the comments if you're happy. It's a good thing we keep getting these upgrades because these races, well, it looked like they were getting tougher. I haven't done the 2-tone bronze at all today. Oh. Lingenfelter 427. Does anyone know what that means? Oh, this is a 2003. Wait. When was this game released? Copyright 2004! Alright, so remember when I said that I didn't know if this game was released before or after 9/11? This was released in 2004? I thought this was released in 2001. Well, are you kidding me? This game came out after Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2? Are you serious? What? This game feels like a launch. This game races like a launch title. And you're telling me this came out in 2004? I am amazed, quite frankly. This came out in 2004. Are you... This came out after NASCAR Thunder 2004. I understand it's a small studio. I don't even know if Sewage Monkeys or whatever the shit that Surgery Monkeys, I don't know. I don't know who made this. This is published by GameSpy though. That probably no, Global Software. Global Software? Maybe it's Global Software. I remember I got when I got Ford versus Chevy in my book orders, I was like showing off to the class the fact that I got a video game in book orders because I was really proud of myself. And one random kid was like, he took a look at the game and he was like, oh, this game's made by GameSpy, it sucks. And I was sitting there like, bro. And he was right. Ford versus Chevy is kind of trash. The man was right. Oh shit, this is a short track. You cannot say that the man was wrong. I mean, he should have said that it was bad because it was made by Audiotechnia, but he was not wrong about the fact that it was bad. Random 11-year-old that well, he's probably not even 11. That would have been 4th grade, so I would have been 9. Kid could not have been older than 10. And he was like, oh, this game's made by GameSpy, so it's gonna suck. And the man was right. The man was right. He was indeed correct. You wanna know something fucked up? So, I just had to scratch my eye and take my finger off the accelerator there. That was an interesting sequence of events. When I was younger, I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a really good core friend group, like when I was really little. Like once I got to high school, that completely changed. But I had a really small core friend group of about 4 or 5. And like we were tight as fuck. However, one day we were on like a school trip or something, and I was just randomly assigned to one other guy on the bus ride, and like we barely ever talked before. Like, we hardly even knew each other at all. But, like, we were just hanging out on the bus ride. We were just talking and shit. And we were just getting to know each other. And we were just like, holy shit. We're actually have a lot in common. And, like, we hung out the entire trip. Like, even when we actually got to the location, like, we just hung out the entire time. And, like, on the way back, like, we were just hanging out. And, like, it was a really nice day. And, like, the next day, like, we went back to school and I was hanging out with him. And, like, we were just, you know, hanging out. And, like, this might have been 4th grade or 5th grade, 3rd grade, that kind of range. So I'm, like, 9 years old or so. And, like, we're just hanging out. And in the back of my mind, I kind of just think, why am I talking to him? I really don't even like him. We got on very nicely. He was kind of, you know, charismatic. Overly charismatic. But, like, so that kind of would get on your nerves eventually. But, like, you know, he was fine. He wasn't weird. For my standards, anyway. And, like, it was just in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't even like this guy. I'm like, I think back on that and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Kid me was a fucking asshole. Like, holy shit. And I think he was like an ethnic minority, too. And I don't think that played into it. I don't think that was why I didn't like him. Like, thinking back on it, like, I'm trying, like, we barely had any interactions before or after that, obviously. Like, a week later, we kind of went back to being acquaintances. I probably broke his heart and I kind of feel bad, but hey, shit happens when you're a child. Yeah. But, like, you know, there was nothing wrong with him. He wasn't weird. Kind of feel like a cunt. Anyway, we won this race. Emmett Lane choking, he finishes 4th. What a goddamn loser. What a loser. Emmett Lane, you trash pile of garbage. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Just had a neck muscle spasm. You know, I have these neck muscle spasms occasionally, just when I'm just, you know, just existing. And, like, they just lock up for a split second. Like, the muscles on one side of my neck, they just lock up for an instantaneous moment, and it just hurts. I feel the pain. So, I'm real fast, and the fact that you're a racer is a fiddle-dee-doo. My mom says let's all die here. I don't understand why. Gonna take that package. Are we gonna take the package? It's good for your health. Your legs will get stronger. We're cars. We don't have legs.